Hi everybody, this is Odd Samurai, and today I'm going to be reacting to One Piece chapter 1167. So not really much to add to last chapter. I feel like I get all that I wanted to say last time. But when we had that double page spread of uh, the massive lightning bolt with countless branches splitting the sky, I was like, oh, is that rocks? And it could be. But I think the implication is that it was Garling. so so he split the skies by himself? I don't I don't know. Unless, it's not supposed to be something literal and it's just something of like, oh, the sky doing this meant it was, a sign of the new era coming in or something like that. But yeah, love the little moment of, or the rocks, not the rocks, the Roger pirates finding Shanks. That moment of Garp uh, disagreeing with Sengoku. The moment with Loki. The moment with Harold when he's crying and feeling guilty about rocks. And then that short scene between Garp and Dragon, that was so good. And yeah, we ended the chapter with Harold literally ripping out his horns and saying to the world government, I want a chance to atone for our sins. If that means I must be a slave, so be it. So, yeah. Well, we know how that's gonna end. Being Domi reversed years later. Also, okay. So, before we start next chapter, I'll just say that, because I'm subscribed to Taking 101 on YouTube, I sometimes do get spoiled because he always makes the review or uploads the review when the TCB version is up. So this time, I know that we're gonna have some sort of big focus on Shanks, which I'm excited for, but I wish I didn't know. Okay, so 1167, titled Ida's Sons. Okay, so I'm guessing this means Loki and Hairudin. She's gonna be very involved with them. I mean, that's good, but also like, yeah, of course it is, because we know that Bum Harold is not gonna take care of them or, get to know them, especially Loki. Anyway, chapter cover. Gen and Nojiko scolding a cat trying to steal a book, but they're not really mad. Alright. That's fine. No feelings on that. Okay. 33 years ago, 5 years after God Valley. We were all freaking out that there were pirates of the coast when all of a sudden, an enormous figure appears out of the mist behind them. Seafloor prison, impelled down. Kaboom! And the next thing I knew, the ship was in splinters. We were sunk in a matter of seconds. Yeah, by a Neptunian, right? No, it was like a human. And did this event take place in the Florian Triangle? Not even close. Do you think there's any fish worth catching out there? We don't go near it. All I can say is that it was a monster in human form. They're gotta be talking about Emu. They must have seen them. At this time, the countries of the Grand Line were abuzz with a frightening rumor. A tale of a lurking monster that struck its targets, mostly pirate ships, from the deeper mists out at sea. Yeah, I'm guessing that's Harold? Yeah. In truth, this monster was Harold, but to the people on the sea who'd never even seen a giant before, the experience was pure terror. As part of this sworn oath of 1,000-year atonement, Harold assisted the Navy's efforts to uphold order. Okay. Meanwhile, the pirates who scattered to the winds after God Valley would grow in power over the next decade or two until they reached their primes and became the faces of their era. All the while, as the pirates around them focused on claiming territory, one crew achieved the seemingly impossible and succeeded in circumnavigating the globe. Oh, okay. We just skipped to more or less, how we saw them in the Odin flashback. The crew led by the king of the pirates, Gold Roger, and he was captured sometime later and publicly executed. The world government assumed it would serve as a demonstration of their strength. However, the allure of his massive fortune, the One Piece, sent the world into an era of frenzied madness. Okay, I feel like I wish we could have seen a little more of the in-between, but alright. To counteract the arrival of the unforeseen great era of piracy, Navy headquarters recruited over a dozen giants from various regions in the hopes of bolstering their ranks. Was it, because of Harold's influence? Because we also know that Mother Carmel had something to do with that. Harold, meanwhile, had been faithfully serving as a tool of the Navy. It was huge, an ancient giant, they say. I wanted as a slave. Was finally given official access to the Holy Land this year. A Shallow's covenant. Indeed. You are now a trusted weapon of the Holy Knights of God. Oh, they gave him the mark. I'll be patient, But that looks very much so like the mark that Shanks had on his arm when we started this flashback. Him in the bath with Gavin. That's you are now trusted weapons of the Holy Knights, but not a Holy Knight. A devoted blade. It's an honor. Is it? I guess for him it is. The covenant has 3 stages. The Shallow's covenant is but a mere trace of a bond. Okay. But the Depth's covenant and Abyssal covenant are reserved for only 13 exclusive individuals. I see. So you can't use the teleportation abyss circle with just the Shallow's covenant? But yeah, I'm guessing the Depth's covenant and Abyssal covenant is what the actual Holy Knights have. And you get the Abyssal covenant once you reach a certain rank. Okay. I like this exposition. Who can enter into a contract with the true God. What is this God to speak of? If the day should come that you are made a proper knight, then you will know the truth in the depths of the world. Okay. So if you have the Shallow's covenant, obviously that's like the first step, and then if you continue going, you can make the the contract with the true god, aka Imu. And is that when Elbaf will be allowed to join the government? Oh my, they still haven't done that? Like, I'm pretty sure Elbaf does not have it. And in the present, that's why the Holy Knights are attacking. But I'm just saying, like, Harold has done all this and gotten this, and he's still waiting for that. They still have not given it to him, is what I'm saying. Of course, Harold, it will be announced to the world and you will be welcomed. I am grateful for this honor. I'll do anything you ask of me. Oh, Harold. Oh, this hurts. Shangara, the Knights Temple Land of the Gods. Ooh, this is new. Commander. Holiness of God, Figureland Family, St. Garland. Okay, not the Supreme Commander yet. What is the Great One thinking? Can the King of Elbaf actually take orders? Oh, there's Shamrock. Of course, your word is my command. Yeah, okay, well now we know, right? Like, because at the beginning of the arc, well, when the Holy Knights arrived, Summer said, like, oh, what are we doing here? Are we paying respects to Harold's grave? And we're saying, how they met. We will call if we need you. Keep a long-distance transponder snail on your person. You are free to visit the lower world, but you will not speak a word of what goes on here. Understood. I see. Although I do remember, I think it was like when he bit Saul Summers, he said something like, oh, if it wasn't for Harold messing everything up, then we wouldn't have to be doing this. Something along those lines. I don't remember exactly what he said, but basically, I guess I'm not entirely sure if he was being genuine when he said, are we here to pay respect to Harold? If he has, like, maybe not grudge, but rather resentment for Harold going back on his word somehow. Okay. 20 years ago, Fishman Island, Ryugu Kingdom. Ho ho ho, bara ha ha ha. It's been too long since I had such a good laugh, Neptune. The same, my friend, the same. We have too many troubles on our minds. Okay? I'm pretty sure this is the first time we're saying that these two were friends. First of all, no, I very much doubt your son is some kind of demon child. Whoops, this fell. Yeah, go ahead, tell him, Neptune. Well, when you put it that way, why are you laughing? It's not funny. Your child has so much trauma over that. Actually, a fortune teller told me that I would receive a daughter 4 years from now. Okay, 4 years. What do you say we can betroth your Loki to my daughter? Are you insane? Sorry. I don't think that's a good idea. If you made the math on Loki's age, then you'd know he's like 21 in human years. And Shirahoshi, she's like 16. So, yeah, I really don't like it. Can we stop pairing teenagers with adults, Oda, even if they're young adults? I don't like it. But haha, forget about it. Listen, I'm not talking about any ordinary mermaid. Supposedly, she might be born with wild, disruptive powers. Well, okay. What, like, why is Neptune talking about her like, like, oh, like, I'm not saying like, oh, let's use her as a weapon, but I don't know what kind of intention I'm supposed to get from him saying that. In that case, it sounds like a match made in heaven. Let's have a toast to the future of my little brat and your shaggy daughter. I was not gonna say anything, but I have seen quite a bit of people theorize that Shirahoshi is Shaggy, aka Loki's Denden Mushi friend. But I'm not convinced. I'm not convinced. I feel like this is a red herring. She will not be Shaggy. Oh, Tohime. That year, our library Elbaf. Of course you can settle down here, Sol. I appreciate that. But I wanted to ask you something. What's that? Would you join with the educated of Elbaf and open a school here? A school, huh? Sounds nice. 15 years ago, there was a shocking incident in Sacred Marijo. Oh! It's a Fisher Tiger goat. My slaves have escaped. They've broken their cages open. Get out! Hurry! You wanna spend your life in chains? Oh! Who did he encounter? One of the Holy Knights? Shh. Damn it! You a Knight of God? Oh. A shadowy figure? I'm guessing a shamrock? Question mark? But it looks like he has short hair and, you know, the biggest differentiators are the hair, the scar in the eyes, and the missing arm. I don't think Shanks would be missing the arm yet, and we don't know when he got the scar. So, well, he must have gotten the scar after Roger died. But after that, So yeah, it's a bit hard to say. Even though I'm hoping that it's not Shanks, so that's why I'm leaning more towards Sham. Oh, oh, I've left the armory unlocked. Here's how to get there. Oh, okay. And now I'm really curious to know which one of the two it is, so that I can attribute this action to, the corresponding twin. Yeah, he didn't cut him. He cut his cuffs. Explosions? Whoa, is that gunpowder? Hurry, sister. Sandersonia. Yeah, the Boa sisters. Someone's come. They're fighting for us. We can escape this hell. Oh, Koala. Hurry, Koala. We're getting out of here. Oh, I was hoping we could get like an interaction between Fisher Tiger and the Boa sisters, but it seems this is all there is. This incident caused by the future pirate captain of the Sun Pirates. Fisher Tiger was known as the ransacking of Sacred Marijo. Oh, we actually get a name for it. Awesome, awesome. Yo, he's such a a beast for being able to lead on this whole thing and being able to free so many slaves. Yeah, Fisher Tiger is so cool. Oh man. Okay. Sounds like it was quite the night. We're thinking someone from our side might have opened up the armory to them. So we're looking for the rat now. Put him to death. Harold, allow me to introduce you. This is Shanks. What? When did Shanks... Okay, see, I was like, I wasn't ruling out the possibility that that was Shanks, but like, when did he start living in Marijoy? Hello? We're not gonna get an answer to that? How that happened? Did he come here? I wanna say yes? How did he find out? Um, that Garling was his, um, biological dad. Because if I recall correctly, Shamrock says when he arrives, when Loki uh, tells him that he looks like Shanks, I think he says like my brother uh, visited Marijoa a while back. So okay, this is Shanks. He's the younger brother of Shamrock, separated after birth. He's been through the gauntlet of the lower world, but if entered into a depths covenant, he'll be an instant boost, likely on the level of Shamrock. So he didn't have the depths covenant? Wait, which one was the lowest one? Shallow's covenant. Yeah, so he never upgraded to, I'm guessing, to the one higher than that. Okay, yo, I need a penny for Shanks's thoughts. Like, how long has he lasted here? Like, what are his feelings through his whole stay here? I'm loving this though. For the time being, we'll use him as a devoted blade of God like you. I see. I thought the same thing with Shamrock at first, but have we met before? I do. I mean, even if he saw him as a baby, how would he recognize him? I don't know you, you great lumbering peon. How dare you speak to me as if we're equals? Okay. I always have the blood of Ireland in my veins. Mark my words, I'll be a knight before you. Who is this? And what did they do to my sweet, sweet Shanks? There is a small... No, there's a chance that he's just putting this as an act. Yeah, I'm gonna believe in him and say there's a big chance that this is an act. Oh, my mistake. Interesting reaction in the panel right after that from Shanks. To me, it really seems like he was really pained by saying all that. He's like, ah, shit. Ugh. Ooh, oh my god. The twins next to each other, that's crazy. Let's go, Shamrock. Tell me more about the Holy Land. I want to be the hero who captures the one responsible for the attack. Any clues? Yeah, right. Okay, well, yeah, he's definitely bullshitting here. Because we saw he had the chance and he helped them. He is the one who was, what did they say? Someone from our side. You know that meme that is like, oh yeah, Shanks is a rat? This is that, but like the opposite of what people use it as. Yeah, he's making the celestial dragons believe he's on their side, but nope, he's a rat and he's on the side of the lower world people. There's still time to do this once your wound is healed, Shanks. You don't know how it feels to learn that you wasted 24 years of your life. I always knew I was different from the others. Devoted Blade of God, Figural and Family, Saint Shanks. Oh, so weird to see the saint next to his name. Ugh. Holy Knight of God, Figural and Family, Saint Shamrock. I hated everything down there. Sorry. I'm trying not to laugh. There's no way. There's just no way. Not even, there's like a 1% of Shanks meaning that. Uh-huh. Yeah, right. I'll give him that though. He's a half decent good actor if you know, since Shamrock has no freaking clue how Shanks uh was when he was down there. So yeah, I'm just when he said that, I'm just reminded. I'm just being reminded of a, a lot of his interactions with Buggy. Him telling Gavin like, yeah, my dream is to sail the world with Buggy. So just seeing, reading this, like, I hated everything down there. Yeah, right. I'm sorry. If you like, I can understand for like a second, being like, Shanks, but like, you. You don't know Shanks at all if you really considered seriously that he was telling the truth here. I'm sorry. Yeah, man, he's just like Hanjiro. He faked his tears at Roger's execution. And when he said to goodbye to Roger before he left for Laugh Tale. Sorry, it just I don't mean to laugh, but to me it's funny. uh, but yeah, this is really really interesting stuff. Like, what is Shanks' plan here? Like, it feels a little risky for him to be like, I want to capture the one responsible for the attack. Like, he seems like he's putting his hands too close to the fire to get this information. And most likely protect, the slaves that got away. But yeah, Harold noticed that and gave him a certain look. Okay, let me move on. Oh, sorry. Oh, I'm good now. That year, Fisherman Village, Elbaf. Nope, can't help. I don't know enough about medicine. Let's call Harold and ask him to send a good doctor with proper stuff. No, you can't. He's busy with his job. He always is. He's never here. What's a government connection good for if not this? Also, we haven't gotten to the title of the chapter. Ida and her two sons. Oh shit. No, don't do this to me. Just watch, I'll get better on my own. Oh, the... What is with you and your obsession with killing mothers? Seems to me you've been getting worse by the day. Harold will be heartbroken if he sees you like this. You run the bar for me, Mato. No! Now when you're sick, Ida... You know what Harold does each time he comes home? He visits all the elders and asks to make you his true wife. The fool. I prefer running that little bar, meeting all those sailors from far-off lands. Makes me feel like I've been helping Harold down in my own little way. Aww. Ida's too good, man. Why you gotta do this to her? Hey, outsider hag. Not the time. Whoa. Loki, get some fresh meat to feed her. Oh, okay, that's nice. That bar is a nice chill place for me to hang out at. I need it open again. He's getting bigger, but he's still the same impotent brat inside. You're the only one who can tame that little beast. Rude. Hiding himself with his comrades, searching overseas for a doctor for you. So both of your sons have a lot of love for you. Oh, okay. You're not making a big deal out of nothing. I'm just fine. That's real sweet of them, though. And I just know I'm gonna get emotional if we have Ida die in this chapter. Brewer's Village, Loki's mother's home, Elbaf. Okay. Huh? What did you say? I said we don't want that outsider woman becoming the queen. You agree with that, right, Loki? Estrid is the true queen and she's from our people. They can't take away our fortune status. So we gave that witch a little poison? Oh, we need that. And we kill this guy. These ergo spores won't stop once they've taken root. Is certain death. Mato, get in touch with Harold at once. I will. It doesn't matter if we're not related by blood. Loki's my dear sweet boy. Just like Hydrodin is. Ah, Loki, stop! Ida ain't gonna die. Is she? I remember when my real mother did. She cast me out of the tree into the underworld. You want fortune? You people make me sick. Ida ain't gonna die, is she? Because she's... Loki's just lovely, that's all. Wanna live with us? The only mother I have. Oh, my heart. Oh man, yeah. Oh, I really missed being in Elbaf. The true heart of this backstory. Loki. Oh my god. I remember the narration as a baby that said like that by the time Harold got back after Estrid tried to kill him, like he'd already like closed off his heart to not let anyone in ever again because he was so sure no one would love him. And here is like, no, but he accepted that Ida does. He does have a mom, and it's Ida. I hate all that. That's it, though. I would trade this moment if it meant Ida would still live. Oh, that you are so cruel. What do you have against mothers? Good mothers. Oh. Oh, yeah. God, I love Loki, man. I swear, I don't know how many months passed since we stopped seeing Loki altogether and just focused on Rocks and everyone else. But I'm both glad and hurt. I hurt to be back. Oh my, this was an amazing chapter. Like, awesome exposition. Awesome Shanks. I was gonna say insight, but really, it's more so the subtext of it. And awesome Loki and Ida stuff. Because, yeah, as much as I love the Shanks stuff, it was too short. I say that, right? Like the Loki stuff wasn't Uh, just a short, but hear me, okay? We just had gotten a lot more in regards to, uh, you know, Loki's inner workings than we've ever had Shanks. I love the guy, but I need more to get me this emotional over Shanks. Whereas, oh, we know how much, uh, how lonely Loki feels, trying to fill that gap in his heart by trying to act like he doesn't care and hurting others. But someone managed to, and it's Ida. And he was able to admit it out loud. Now, I'm sure she knows, but I do wish that he'd said it where she could hear. But yeah, wonderful, wonderful stuff. About Shanks, man, uh, we know how he feels, truly, about uh, his actual family, aka the Roger Pirates. But what does he feel about Shamrock? Now that I'm curious of. After all, he must know that, you know, it really was, a turn of the dice. That it was Shanks who ended up in the chest. Like, it could have been either of them. That, Maffei snatched up. So I do wonder if Shanks, feels sympathy for him. Hell, maybe when Shanks left Marija, he was like, leave with me. You can still be better and not stay an awful celestial dragon. If you go with me, you can see how good, how the lower world is. They're people just like us. If you just let me show you. But Shamrock maybe was like, no, I'm staying here. You're acting crazy. I could never do that. I'm hoping we get something along those lines. And Shanks actually considered giving Shamrock, reaching out his hand to him. But yeah, wow. That's so cool though that Shanks was part of the ransacking of Sacred Marija. Now we don't know exactly like if he was just patrolling by himself or someone specifically ordered. Like he was just like, yeah, I'll go here, and it was just by coincidence, or someone ordered him to, and it could have just been like anyone else. But yeah, if it wasn't for Shanks being the one there, then we wouldn't have had what happens, later with Fisher Tiger and that heart-wrenching story he has with Koala. But yeah, because Fisher Tiger was allowed to keep going, he was also able to keep helping more slaves, and the ones that were already without shackles, help them do a full escape. So yeah, okay. Shanks definitely got a bit of an elevation there for me, for sure. But yeah, I think that's all I have to say for this one. Yeah, I love the Loki stuff. Like I said, my favorite part of the chapter, but I love the whole chapter. Okay, so if you enjoyed this, please like and subscribe. Till next time, see ya.